Welcome back to Instables, everyone. So the market very choppy today as we had CPI inflation reports coming out this morning. Our expectation was at 8.0. We got an increase to 8.3. Again, we had a gap up this morning right below our 405 level here at 404. We did have this gap down as our CPI report did come out. And as you guys can see, just as the market opened, we had a spike all the way up to our pre-market highs here at 404. We got rejected. We did continue on lower. We did hit below our pre-market lows. So that did show us that bearish momentum. And sure enough, we are continuing on lower. So the question is, how much lower can we go? And what exactly does our overall momentum look like here in the market? I'm going to go over the daily chart with you guys. Now, before I jump into this, if you guys are day traders or you guys are looking for intraday perspective breakouts, I know the market has been very choppy. Most breakouts have been pre-market news and open. We mentioned pre-market news 2.5 hours before market open every single day. Any breakout that is worth looking at throughout the day, go to instables.com in the description below. And only for $15 a month, you guys will never miss a breakout alert today again. So let's jump into this one. So looking at the daily chart with you guys here on the SPY, as you guys can see, we have been looking at our 20 moving average crossing down below our 50, showing us that bearish momentum here. As you guys can see, our EMA lines still pointing down for the 4th day in a row here, showing us that we still could continue on lower. And as you guys can see, we are still pointing down. So we're going to be careful here in the market. We did drop into lower lows here in the market for 3 days in a row here. So we're going to definitely be careful. We could continue on lower with momentum. And looking at the RSI here, as you guys can see, we do have our RSI below and oversold, below our previous lows that we had as a possible continuation on a bounce. And as you guys can see, we did sure enough get down below our oversold point and pointing down, also showing us that we still could continue on lower. So we're going to definitely be careful going into the rest of this week. Again, CPI today came out as an expectation at 8.0, and we got an increase to 8.3. So we did continue on lower here in the market. Now, as we are continuing on lower here, we do still have our channel that we have been watching. We have the lower end of our channel here as a possible support. If we do drop down below our support, then we could assume a larger reaction to the downside. We will be careful because we are coming down to that level. If we do have a bounce, then we'll look for that confirmation when we do get to this level. But we're going to keep this channel on the watch for now. Now, to keep in mind, we do have our previous gap down and crash here from 2020 here at 340, and we are sitting here at about 396. We have highs of about 480, so we're down about 80 points, and we have about 50 points more to run to the downside to reach those levels that we had when we did have the pandemic and that market crash. So we're going to keep that in mind as we are continuing on lower, that we could have a possible bounce at any point in time. And if we do continue on lower, we do have our level and our strongest level that we would be looking for here at 340. Do I expect us to go to 340 by this week or next month? Not necessarily, but if we do drop down below this channel, then we will keep that level on the watch. And as far as which level we did come down and test today, we had 391 as our lows of the day, and that was exactly when we did have confirmation on a continuation on higher previously, when we did have a pullback. And again, this pullback was when Biden did mention a possible 100% increase in capital gains, and we did bounce back. And as you guys can see, we have our next level here at 385. This is when we did have a bounce. We did have our last bounce before we did start to rally. So we'll keep these two levels on the watch here at 390 and 385. If we do get below 385, that would signal a possible continuation below our lower end of our channel here. So we're going to keep this on watch, making sure we are careful as we do have, again, our RSI pointing down. We have our EMA lines pointing down on our MACD, while we are below the median of our MACD. So just staying patient as we are continuing on lower here. If we do continue on a major gap down, I want to definitely be a part of that on the long play. But as far as intraday, we will have less volume if we do continue on lower on a major move down. Just staying careful. So we will stay patient, let the plays come to us, take what the market gives you. And again, just like major breakouts like we had with AFI today. And just to recap here on AFI on the 5-minute and exactly what gave us confirmation on this continuation. Again, we had our 20 moving average still over our 50, showing us that we still could continue. And sure enough, we did continue, and we got that large increase in volume. And as you guys can see in the Instables room, I mentioned that increase in buy pressure. As you guys can see, we got that large increase in buy pressure, giving us that confirmation on that major breakout. A very simple play, in my opinion, in the Instables room. Just watching volume, even if they're higher risk plays, watching volume and looking for these major breakouts. Over 200% from when we did mention them at 22 cents, jumping up to over 70 cents on the day. Again, if you guys are day traders, if you guys are looking for intraday perspective breakouts, I know the market has been very choppy. Most breakouts have been pre-market isn't open, but I got to say the better breakouts have been midday when we continue to break higher highs on stocks that have major volume throughout the day, like we did have yesterday with MICT. So if you do want to see all these breakouts that we mentioned every single day throughout the week, go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. And again, all of you Instables that support the channel every single day, I love every one of you guys. Everybody that's in the comment section every single day, I appreciate every one of you guys. You guys are the best, and I actually look forward to talking to you every single day. So continue to stay in those comment sections. I love you guys. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.